We are back with more One Piece action, chapter 1044. People have been hyping the crap out of this. I've had to stay off all kinds of socials just to not be spoiled. And I know I was going to do a video on 1043, but I actually did a discussion with Otaku. If you check out that video, should be posted probably a few hours before this. But check that out. We just go over some of our ideas, what we think is going to happen in 1044 onward. I know it's really close on the heels of this chapter, so it'd be really cool if we actually see some stuff that we mentioned in there. Alright, let's get into the chapter. We got Oven. I'm not sure. Oh no, this is the little girl that wanted the knife at the beginning of Whole Cake Island. And I'm not entirely sure about the rest. I mean, I'm assuming they're all Big Mom's kids, but I don't remember anyone other than Oven and the young one here. Mama's out to see. Let's start research. Are they gonna dissect them? Oh, they're about to take the German science anyway. This is kind of what Big Mom wanted. Basically, she wanted all of their tech, and that's what the whole marriage was for. She was gonna take everything anyway, and it seems like she's gonna get what she wants. That's crazy. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh, returning bus. What's happening? How can I still stand? Sorry, my scroll wheel's being weird. I just lost, but I feel like I'm having a blast. So it seems like it is still Luffy. That's what I'm going to say very early. Luffy is... Okay, so they're realizing it. And it looks like... So it looks like the drum effect is also emitting like Conqueror's hockey sparks. Like that's what that black stuff usually depicts in the panels here, and I see it kind of resounding off. Luffy is Joy Boy. Zunia should have said that. Oh, Sanji woke up looking up towards Luffy because he has observation Naki, so he probably sensed Luffy's back. That's interesting. Wonder what triggered that. Oh, my mouse is being so weird. I'll use the side scroll. Kid, Law, Yogoro. So it looks like everyone's noticing. Hey, dude, he's still breathing, he's still alive. And I can't tell if it's because of the hockey, if it's because he's being loud. I can't really tell what it is. It seems like the drum effect is showing up in like a lot of the panels here. So I'm wondering if that's what they're hearing. Alright, let me start over here. Sacrifice. Alright, best agent and enraged Kaido. So they're acknowledging that the CP0 agent got mocked, which is good. We needed that. Sure, our priorities are straight. This may be better than an alternative. It's imperative that we sniff out something this problematic. No matter the era, the world government has always failed to acquire the Gumu Gumu fruit, even after 800 years of trying. Okay, so the fruit they were talking about is definitely the Gumu Gumu no Mi. It's almost as if their fruit's evading us. Well, that's not possible. All zone fruits have a will of their own, and this one carries the name of a god. Is it about to be Sun Wukong? After all, the Gumu Gumu fruit is really a mythical Zoan. It's the human fruit. They're getting real close to Sun Wukong. Model Nika. So the fruit itself is Nika. Model... Wait, hold on. The fruit itself is Nika. So it's not Sun Wukong, which is good. I didn't want it to be Sun Wukong. Its user's body gains the property of rubber in combat. They're supposedly only limited by their imagination, putting smiles on faces far and wide. They are the embodiment of the warrior of liberation. Okay, so I'm assuming they're going to explain why he gets rubber. Sun God Nika. Awakening exponentially strengthens their rubber body, and they have even more freedom. It is allegedly the most ridiculous power in the world. So when the fruit awakens, they get a lot stronger. Their rubbery body enhances, and they have more freedom. I don't know what to think about that. That's really weird for an awakening for a devil fruit. And the most ridiculous power in the world. They don't say strongest, they don't say like sought after, they say the most ridiculous. That's interesting. Back to the repository, and we have Hiyori. It looks like a Orochi. I really admire him. Okay, so he's just trying to squirm out of this. Think about what you're doing. It was Kaido. We can still run together. Just remove sales. Nah, you're done. You're done, buddy. You're done. Spat in the face of a samurai you owed. Who would still believe you? Yeah, exactly. Father kept his promise. He sure did. He danced like a fool for 5 years because he thought you would kind of honor the secret arrangement you made to free Wano. Never even told his own family. He still expected to say, even if it didn't boil for an hour, even when his water was burned in oil. I hadn't thought about that he didn't really... Like, I knew it was a secret, but I thought at some point, at least Toki knew why he was doing that. Or maybe she just assumed it was for a good reason. Maybe that's what I'm remembering. Despite all this, he always smiled. Can't even fathom my father's suffering. He had to shoulder the burden by himself. The entire nation was your hostage. Ooh, we're getting a flashback. Are you like what everyone says about you? Of course I am. Because I have you guys. Aw, love Odin. This will always be here for you. And I hate Orochi. Man, is scum. What was the great samurai? A shogun? I can ensure his legacy is recognized. Nah. Ooh, I like this panel. Ultra tongue, you miserable wretch. I am Kozuki Yori. I love this artwork. Let her be serious. Let's go. Always proud to carry your Father's name. Even when starving, covered in rags. You on the other hand never had a trace of honor. Nope. Man, it's garbage. Every day you're there to me. And as each day passed, more and more lives were lost. Don't do something you're gonna regret. Seeking revenge is a dated ideology, you know. Killing me makes no difference. Kaido will still be unbeatable. She ain't worried about Kaido. She worried about killing you. Whatever happens after, that's what happens after. But I wonder if she has Amano Hapakiri with her. Orochi, I have failed. There's the little fire sprite. Is that Kanjuro's? I mean, I guess he could put his essence in it, but that'd be weird. Is that? Oh, I guess it is Kanjuro. This is as far as I go. Timing Speckles is the ideal stage for your final performance. Burn this woman to ash. Go on, take her. The failed revenge of a shrewd 20 years in the making. What is he gonna do? He's a little scrub. It's the perfect type for like tragic comedy. Take a look, Yori. Because we survivors should know the fortune favors the mighty. Why does he think he all of a sudden has the upper hand here? That's the wrong way. Huh. I mean, so a while back, I predicted that the fire was going to burn Orochi. And even thinking about it now, like, it makes sense. I don't know what the true intentions of Kanjuro are, because I thought the fire was more or less trained to go to Orochi, but I didn't think it would be Kanjuro's entire essence going for Orochi. The dawn will come. Kanjuro, you save me, it burns. Nah, you burn. So we can't always keep its promises. And then we have the drums for Luffy. I feel like anything is possible now. I can keep fighting a bit longer. My heartbeat sounds kind of funny. This is my peak. This is Gear 5th. Okay, yep, this is what I expected. I expected a new a new gear and for the awakening to basically be the base form of that gear. Ooh. So basically everyone's looking up at the top now. Everyone's shocked at what's going on. Because I'm imagining at this point they have to feel the Conqueror Saki. Because it's basically coursing through the entire place right now. Yep, and people are passing out. So he's dishing out Conqueror Saki. Is Kaido afraid? Is Kaido afraid or is he excited? This is a very interesting face. I can't tell what he's feeling because he has the expression in his eye. It reminds me a lot of kind of the expression he had when he laid the last hit on Luffy. So I'm wondering if... Now, I doubt it's fear. I think it's excitement because he knows he left Luffy up there. And if he's feeling this pressure, he'd think he knows that it's got to be Luffy. Conqueror Saki, where's it coming from? Whoa. So Luffy's arm comes through, grabs Kaido in dragon form. And I don't know how big Kaido is right now, but he's got to be some version of huge because he's in dragon form. Yeah, Luffy. And he pulls Kaido up, and Kaido has the goofy eyes. My man Oda. Oda. Okay, so he's pulled Kaido all the way back up to the roof. And is he on some Popeye kind of stuff right now? It looks almost like he's using Gear Third because it seems like he's pushing air from one side to the other. Because his arm was definitely bigger. It looks like it's shrunk now, and then his other arm's getting bigger. And he looks wild. But why does Kaido's eyes keep doing this? I feel like this has something to do with how ridiculous the fruit is. Okay, so he's swinging him around. And just bashing him on the ground. And he's doing some damage. Looks like Kaido is bleeding from his mouth. And see, the idea of blunt damage and like suplexing and stuff, this is how we know it's doing damage. We see him physically bleeding from the mouth from taking hits. And Luffy's just laughing it up. Try, you're still alive. I'm grateful. Okay, so I think it was excitement. I think he was excited that Luffy is still alive. Borrow breath, that's about to get duffed. It is just, it's the ridiculousness. The eyes, the kind of very old school cartoonish way of that things are happening. I think it's literally a property of the fruit. That's interesting. So he sees a borrow breath. He grabs the ground and pulls it up. Now, did he make the ground rubber? Or is he just physically pulling up a hunk of the ground? No, I think he made the ground rubber. Look at the way it's drawn here. Oh, he reflected it. Yeah, so he definitely turned it into rubber. And that hits Kaido. And then Luffy's here laughing. Sorry about that idiot from before. I didn't want to win like that. Don't sweat it. Now let's finish this. And we have the color panels. It's interesting, and it's not what I expected at all. Something about it being ridiculous is very fitting for Luffy and very fitting for Oda. That makes a lot of sense. And it also has the properties, a lot of people expected Luffy to be able to manipulate kind of the surroundings of the area and turn them into rubber. And it looks like he has that property here. He's definitely turning the ground into rubber and using it to bounce back the Borrow Breath. But it's almost like the slapstick cartoons. A lot of like if you think of like the old like the oil and ink painting like cartoons, the rubber hose cartoons, it's things like that that reminds me of this form right here. I'm assuming that's where Oda gets the inspiration from, because like the fact that it's the most ridiculous fruit, you have like the different type of drawing style, the fact that whatever Luffy touches kind of gets affected like that. I think it's all part of the same thing, where it's like it's that rubber hose old school cartoony kind of vibe, and I don't hate it. It's not what I was expecting, but then again, honestly, the gears are never what I expect. Now, I don't see... It doesn't seem like Kaido was like really hurt by anything Luffy did in this chapter. At most, we saw him bleed a little bit when he got his head slammed to the ground right up here, but he honestly doesn't seem that affected. So the fight is going to continue, and we're going to see how Gear 5th works. This is my peak. I'm glad to see Luffy is still Luffy. Absolutely glad for that. But it does seem like Luffy is still Luffy, but there's a little bit of a difference to him in the way he kind of acts. And I think that's just part of the fruit. Part of that ridiculousness. Okay, that's going to do it for 1044. That was really good. That, you know, I was talking about this in the video I did with Otaku, but the way Oda does things, it's so hard to expect or predict certain things. And even with all the time we had to predict, I think this is still outside of the realm of what we thought would happen. I think this is still pretty unpredictable, and I'm here for it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.